Smile. There you
We are live again. Can you hear me, Doc?
I can hear you. Good to go?
Yep. We are good to go. We're going to do another product highlight today, but we're going to highlight ViTelometry. So we're going to kind of go through the creation of it all and hear from the man how he made it. So what do you want to start off with? You want to tell us a little bit about your background and your experience and kind of where this all originated from?
Yeah, that's a good place to start as far as any is concerned. You know, we have a product and ViTelometry that we created, and we call it natural nutrigenomic excellence for optimal nuclear health efficiency. That's a
One more time?
Wonderful word.
One more time?
Natural nutrigenomic excellence for optimal nuclear health efficiency.
That sounds mighty powerful.
Nutra is talking about nutrition. Genomic is genetic. Excellence for optimal nuclear health. Nuclear health refers back to the aspects of quantum. That's the whole bioelectric aspects. Efficiency. What we're trying to do is create something that helps your body to run a little bit better. So my background is, for those who haven't ever seen me or know who I am, Dr. Darrell Misak. I'm a naturopathic doctor, pharmacist. All those stupid things behind me are, the degrees, and going to West Virginia University, getting a pharmacy degree, going to National College of Naturopathic Medicine, becoming a naturopathic doctor. And the real kicker was, while I was in naturopathic medicine, I did compounding pharmacy, and learned how to mix and blend and how to make pharmaceuticals, which you learn a little bit in pharmacy school, but really until you get to a pharmacy that's their specialty per se. You don't really, most pharmacists are just out there counting pills that are pre-made, and the pharmaceutical industry has tried to do regulations to keep pharmacists from being able to compound. It's so crazy. And but that background that I had just led me to understanding how to mix things. And why did I do it? The reason was in 2009 I learned about it actually took about 2014. I learned about the 2009 discovery of telomeres and telomerase activity from the Nobel Prize of Medicine, and that when telomerase telomerase activity and enzyme increases, telomeres, which are located at the end of our DNA, they stay long and they don't shorten, because as they shorten, we age. It's just an aging process, and that that was considered the greatest anti-aging discovery ever. And I learned about this, and I'm just like, holy cow! I'm one of these people. And my background is how do things work? Why? And which led me down the pathway of why I teach a bioelectric concept on a quantum view of the body. Let's look at the body as an energy concept. And when I learned about telomeres on the DNA and what's affecting them, I'm like, this is amazing. We got to figure out how to work in this system. So that's kind of where I was with it.
Well, was there an event that really prompted you to create it specifically? Was there anything that happened?
Well, that event was once I learned about that telomerase activity, that what did I do? Okay, what's out there? Is there anything that you could take? What can you do to increase telomerase activity? They found this enzyme, but what do you do, right? Mm-hmm. And so I went on online, and you find this product called TA65 that has cycloastragenol and astragaloside IV, and these are these extracts of astragalus, and they wanted $600 a bottle, to take the recommended dosing. You were taking up to $3,000 to $4,000 a month in order to get high enough quantities of this stuff to shorten your telomeres or it'd be anti-aging. Like, who could afford that, right? The rich and famous, right? And so I turned around and did a Google search of telomerase activity. Let's look up, I said telomerase activity and research, and it was literally 100 plus pages of research abstracts for telomerase and telomere activity. And I printed all these out, and I just started going through these abstracts and finding natural products, milk thistle, green tea extract, sambucus, and the ellagic acids and the constituents, that the polyphenols that are found in sambucus. I found milk thistle. I found cynomorium, and I'm like, wait a minute. I found ginkgo. I found one of the other extracts that I put in there was the purslane, an essential fat. I started going through and finding these extracts of having telomerase activity, and I'm like, wait a minute. It's not just cycloestragonol and astragaloside IV. And I came up with this concept to create this product called ViTelometry.
Can you expand a little bit more on telomeres and what that actually is?
Well, telomeres are, like I said, on your DNA and your chromosomes, you have the telomeres, and the telomeres they're like little like little tips, and as they fray, the natural process of aging occurs, and apoptosis, and cells die. And so what these physiologists found is that if they stimulated this activity called telomerase, this enzyme, it prevented that fraying. And they literally reverse aged these mice that were like 90 plus years old. They were in kidney failure. They were near blind. They were gray. Their brains were shrunk. They were demented. They couldn't get through mazes. And they stimulated this activity. And next thing you know, the hair went black. Their eyesight returned. Their kidneys restored. Their brains grew 25%. I mean, that blew me away. 25% increase in the brain size of these mice with stimulating telomerase activity, and so I'm just like, this is amazing. And so I turned around and did all this research on finding natural constituents and pieced together what we put into ViTelometry. But I did it from a standpoint that no one has ever done, because you can go online right now and look up telomerase or telomere activity or telomere supplements, and you're going to find these products that are $30, $40, and they look like glorified multivitamins with a lot of antioxidant activity. Because if you look at what shortens telomeres, it's diet and lifestyle and trauma and stress. So it's shown that if you learn to meditate, you increase your telomeres, the length of your telomeres. If you have experienced childhood trauma, you're more likely to have shorter telomeres and live a less long life. So childhood trauma, and so you see that there's this mental emotional connection. So when you're reading books about telomerase and telomere activity, they talk about learning to meditate, and they talk about eating healthy. We know that environmental toxins shorten your telomere length, and so where I teach a concept of pure air, pure food, pure water, EMF protection. When I teach the aspect of self-awareness and learning how to meditate and finding who you are, there's a lot of different things out there that turn around and give us ideas of how to live longer. So these three physiologists are who discovered the telomerase activity. Blackburn, I don't even remember their three names at this point, but there were these three. We'll show you a video at the end of this. It'd be great, that kind of gives their names and stuff. But they discovered, it wasn't just them. They discovered the enzyme that telomerase activity, but telomeres have been studied since the 1990s. I just turned around and said, hey, let's create a product that not only has herbs that have been shown to stimulate telomerase activity, but that bioelectric aspect of where I teach about Ream's biological theory of ionization and the electrical quantum nature of what we are and how minerals are important. That's how I formulated this. It has to have minerals. So I put mincol, a mineral colloid, in there, and that's because all electrical nature of our bodies is governed by calcium and movement of ions and trace minerals. I put lemon in there because lemon has this alkalinization activity, yet alone vitamin C, antioxidant activity, and it's historically been used for antimicrobial activity and improving circulation and blood pressure. But to alkalize actually helps to improve efficiency of where most people are having issues. So we incorporated that. But the herbs are the biggest part, that cycloastraglinol and the astraglicide IV. I put a little bit of that in there, not a lot, because that stuff's stinking expensive. That's why that product was so expensive. But I put enough in there with astragalus, which has historically been shown to support the liver, the adrenal glands, the immune system, and have that adaptogenic activity. I put that as a primary constituent. I put green tea because of the polyphenols, and it's the highest known antioxidant capacity of any plant really out there. And it helps with digestion and metabolism. I put in mental health even. I put that purslane in there. Purslane is the richest source. It's a weed in your garden, yet it has the richest source of omega-3 fatty acids. Why? Because our cells are fat. The outer membrane of them are fatty. So if you improve the fluidity of your cell membranes, you improve the transport of nutrients across that cell. And so, what's your brain? It's fat. So let's give omega-3 fats in purslane. Let's put some of that in there. And rich in, again, vitamin C, beta-carotene, more antioxidants, trace minerals, magnesium, and B vitamins are in purslane. I put sambucus in there, which is elderberry, and you'll find sambucol and these type of ingredients for what? Immune stimulating. But sambucus is also there's polyphenols that are found high in sambucus also have been shown to have telomere activity or telomerase activity. I put ginkgo in there. Why? Well, that telomerase activity in those rats, they or those mice increase their brain size by 25%. Well, how about we improve circulation to the brain? And ginkgo has been shown specifically to have telomere activity. So we put that in there. Milk thistle. Why? Milk thistle has been shown to upregulate telomerase activity, but again, antioxidant protection, liver protection. Why? What organ in your body bioelectrically has the most impact on affecting all of your cells? It's the liver. We got to support your liver. Cynomorium I put in there, and cynomorium has been shown again to increase the synthesis rate of intracellular DNA and RNA, but it's a yang tonic for sexual potency and vitality, and it's called the true elixir of youth in Chinese medicine. And so I use that because of telomerase activity, but again, this vitality aspect of stimulating our cellular DNA and RNA upregulation. And then I already mentioned lemon and mincol and going over why. So we formulated something like nothing out there, something that has this eclectic nature to support multiple systems, the brain, the liver, immune system, adrenal glands, and having all this telomerase activity. And when I started making this stuff and experimenting on myself, I'm like, oh my God, am I just really feeling this? Or I started giving it to people. I had them coming back to me saying, you got to give me more of that. Can you sell that to me now? And from 2015 to 2018, I just had people crying, calling out to me like, please make me more. Uh-huh. And until in June of 2018, we finally broke down and got our first 500 bottles. We started a website and threw it all together and went live with the product. It's kind of how it came together.
You're talking about all of the things that are in ViTelometry. So how much is your dosage per day? What are you recommend?
Good question. I kind of turned around and when I formulated it, I made ViTelometry so that you won't take an excess of any of the ingredients with taking up to 12 capsules a day. But that can be stinking expensive, you know. If we're selling the bottle at $90 for 120 capsules and you're taking 12, you know, that's $270 a month, which is still a fraction of what you're taking when you're taking that other product that I mentioned in cost per month. But I've taken 12 a day. I've had people take 12 a day, and people, it's like, let's go, let's do something, let's not stop. I don't need
it. It does wake you up. I take 4, and it will give me a jolt in the morning. I love it.
And 4 is why I did 120 in a count bottle. So we on the label it says take 1 to 4 capsules twice a day with lemon. With this lemon and distilled water, because we want to disperse, we want to stimulate, and you know, anionic dispersion with lemon to improve that efficiency. I find that most people 4 a day works wonders. We do 2 of them with breakfast and 2 with lunch. Personally, I do all 4 in the morning, and that's where I see that most people are saying 4 is like better than a jolt of coffee,
Yes.
and where they're seeing most of the benefits with it.
Yes, I agree. So what's next? What else have you been doing? What's next for you?
Yeah. So that's a good question. So one of the things is price points, and a lot of people have a difficulty turning around and saying, $90, even if you're giving me that discount. So, you know, if people listen to this, if you use Misak, DOCMISAK, at checkout when you're purchasing ViTelometry, you get 15% off, and you help Annie. In reality, you know, Annie's been helping us pro bono, just kind of helping us do all this stuff, and so we're trying to give a way to give her some support with ViTelometry sales. But we're going to reduce the price point, so we're coming out with a size 30 capsule bottle. So if you're taking 4 a day, it'll last you a week. But most people notice the first day that they take this, oh my God, is this real? You know, I just gave some to my daughter, and she's sharing it with her friends, and they're like, this is awesome. I you know, 4 a day, and I feel great, you know. And so testimonies, I've had people, if you guys go and check out, you'll find ViTelometry on Amazon. Read the testimonies there, people. We're looking at bringing testimonies to the Facebook page, to Twitter, and showing that type of stuff. But the next step is bringing a 30 count bottle out. And then the step after that is let's make other products. And right now, one of the products I'm working on is for mold. I'm going to educate people about the issues of mold in our society, mold on our food, mold in the coffee that people are taking, that they're spending on a latte versus $3 a day for ViTelometry, right? But mycotoxins are rampant, and so we're gonna make a product that you can take to support the effects of what mold can have on you and mold is doing to people. So that's kind of the downward and the move forward with where we're going from here.
Wonderful. I'm excited about that. My organic acid test had a lot of mold markers, so I'm ready. Do you want to play the promo video?
Yeah, let's show the promo video, and we'll call this kind of an end. We'll come on after actually, let's just go ahead and finish this with the promo video. For those of you tuning in, again, thank you. I hope this is a little bit of an introduction of why we formulated ViTelometry. And again, at checkout, you go to ViTelometry.com. At checkout, if you use Misak, DOCMISAK, you'll get 15% off and support the cause. So if you can run that, cue up that video, we'll let that run, and that'll be the end of today's show.
Hi, Dr. Misak here. If you're interested in understanding the science behind anti-aging, you must learn about telomeres. In 2009, the Nobel Prize for Medicine was given to 3 physiologists for their discovery of the enzyme telomerase, which prevents the breakdown of telomeres. This is considered the greatest anti-aging discovery ever. Telomeres are located on the end of DNA, and as they shorten, the natural signs of aging occur. In their experiment, the 3 physiologists stimulated telomerase activity, which resulted in prematurely aged mice restoring their eyesight, restoring kidney function, white hair turning dark, brain size increasing up to 25%, and physical abilities restoring to that of younger mice. What's incredible about this discovery is that you don't see any medical drugs made to have telomerase activity. That's because the shortening of telomeres is associated with poor diet and lifestyle, and even better is that most substances that have been shown to enhance natural telomerase activity are natural plants and plant extracts. After this discovery about natural plant telomerase activity, I felt moved to put my compounding pharmacy and naturopathic medical training to work. Combining this training with the bioelectric chemistry understanding of how the human body works, I formulated ViTelometry. ViTelometry is a product based on a goal to provide excellence in nutrition that incorporates all natural, high-quality ingredients combined to synergistically support anti-aging through optimal DNA and energy performance. Combining herbs traditionally used to promote health and well-being with the modern nutritional and herbal science fascination of anti-aging and telomerase activity, ViTelometry is unlike any product on the market. Check out our informative website at www.vitelometry.com and test to learn your telomere length. Try ViTelometry today and experience the science behind the anti-aging quest.